Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Control. Check this out. I was looking at our options here, trying to see if we had enough resources to upgrade the spin, and I discovered we have in fact found exactly enough remote thoughts to finish upgrading the grip. And as much as I want to try to get the spin up on the grip's level, I think it would be irresponsible not to hit this right now, because it's very good. It's just a very good weapon. I also burned up a bunch of our excess mods, so we don't have to worry about not being able to pick stuff up. And now we are just 13,000 away from still being able to upgrade the spin. Hopefully the second upgrade on that will also be easy. Maybe we can just have it catch up with the rest of the weapons that way. So what do we want to put in our third grip slot here? Right now it's damage and the ability to get energy back from headshots. Like this is a thing we used to kill bosses a lot. So what makes sense as a boss killing weapon? Ammo refund, I guess, is fine. I don't know exactly. It feels like it has maybe around 10 bullets. So like this is going to give us like one extra. I mean, if we're just like firing constantly, it takes about 10 bullets to deplete the bar. So this would probably give us like one extra on average. That's fine, I guess. Well, this is going to end up being better then. Yeah, sure. Okay. And then my missions, it feels like the mission tab is just always glowing because they're always adding and then removing more stuff. And collectibles, oh right, the new episode of, or the interview. But also the new episode of Threshold Kids, which we don't need to ever look at again, but I guess I should mouse over it to get it to stop being red. Okay. What the hell are we doing? Where are we going? I think we're going this way, right? I think we went over there, we saw there's nothing to see. Did we check out this door? Oh yeah, that's a molder. Okay, let's go. Let's go in a forwardly direction. Make sure that we are in grenade launcher mode. We have reached the turntable. I do love to rock a turntable. Oh, this, well, not, oh, these guys are just the exploding ones. Never mind, I was about to say this is a bad weapon for those guys who are impossible to hit because of the dodging. But this is not the problem that we're having. It is powerful. It's really doing a lot of damage per hit. If I could ever hit people in the head, this would probably be like an incredibly effective weapon. I don't even go for it at this point. We're gonna grab the loot and then get out of here.
Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we spent the ability points to get the punch power. So why do we want to rotate the tracks? Can I just fly over there? Oh, the door beyond won't open unless they're rotated properly, though. The ordinary dump site. This way is information on the Sterling AWE, which is a different thing. Bridge operation controls down there. I'm assuming we will not be able to access from this side. Yeah. Okay, well. I mean, a single astral spike is not a big deal. They're not very fast moving. Don't seem terribly smart. Let's just make sure that there's not anything to loot over. Aha. I knew it.
There's gotta be a way to rotate.
Maybe I should have led that thing away first.
Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Alright, Jesse, I get it. Listen, I've played a video game before. I understand. She's very insistent. So this is probably the way into the operation room, or no, that's probably the way forward. So let's check this out. Get something that is effectively 500 source. It is a high quality health boost. Actually, let's have a look here. My health boost is 35%. We have so much health. Maybe it's not. Maybe I don't need to be using health boost. Maybe we should go back to launch energy reduction. Actually, I like that idea. Because with all the health upgrades we bought now, we're getting down to like maybe half in most encounters. I'm definitely overdoing it a little bit here. Yeah, let's make sure we read up, just in case there's some reason not to just press this button. Work, chat. Teeth. Guess who just had to inspect an inbound delivery of like 100 teensy tiny little boxes? Me, that's who. And you know what was inside each one? A single human tooth. Fucking gross. Really? I wouldn't think, like, just like a tooth... Listen, a tooth that's freshly out of somebody could be kind of gross. I wouldn't think like a tooth that's just been sitting in a box is really all that big of a deal. Is that a tooth fairy thing? Maybe all of the... Oh yeah, because the tooth fairy would be real, or at least there would be an object of power or something associated with it because of children's widespread belief in the tooth fairy. Huh. I wonder how that actually manifests.
It won't rotate. Something's blocking it.
Yep, it's all molded up. Is that going to be enough to free the tracks? There we go. Yeah, this mold really has gotten everywhere, huh?
It won't rotate.
At the other side, I'm guessing? Yep, looks like. So we're rotating it to face that way. We know there's nothing at the Sterling door. Okay, I'm making sure that we're not missing anything here. Yeah. You know, I'm just assuming. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, just assuming that this door is gonna open. I guess I don't actually know that. Oh, one of these. Give me something big and heavy. I feel like that first one that we destroyed went down in one, didn't it? Why have they all been so much more difficult after that? Is that it? Only one chest this time, man? And it had an upgrade for the Pierce in it? I don't know, probably somebody's getting more use out of the Pierce than I am. If you've been telling me in the comments, hey, the Pierce is actually the best gun, why aren't you listening to me? I apologize, I'm not really reading the comments on this one just yet because I'm a little worried about spoilers and stuff. Especially like the ashtray maze and, you know. I'll get there. I'll end up reading through the comments, but on a lot of series, especially for like narrative games like this, I often don't keep up with the comments in real time. So apologies. Alright, this is definitely a grenade launcher enemy. You know, really, all enemies are grenade launcher enemies. Okay, I think it was already dead by the time I threw that container, but I was just like, you know, why don't we make sure? This is probably the way forward. They give you access to a lot of little, like, a lot of sneaky areas to try to, I guess, gain some kind of tactical advantage over the thing. Oh, is this also... This one doesn't look broken so much as like a doorway, or maybe a window. But it still has a pretty similar construction. Yeah, okay. You know, it's a picture of a big stone wall. Those things are starting to get pretty close together. I wonder if they've always been like that and I've just been missing them. Maybe there's a whole bunch of them that we passed without realizing it. Rate of fire up. That's actually interesting. Hold on. If we attach a rate of fire boost to the charge, does it increase the speed with which we load up the triple shot? It doesn't seem like it. It's just a boost to my ability to do this thing. Do I like that better than the reload speed? Probably not. If it sped up the charge part of the charge, that would actually be pretty cool. I think we're pretty thorough downstairs. Okay, well this is interesting. Anything behind here? I'm a little... When we plug that in, is it going to open that door? Is that a thing we actually want to do? Let's just have a little bit more of a look around before we go rushing into anything. There's a functional elevator here that will take us up to the ordinary AWE. There are 3 power slots. I mean, it doesn't seem like we need that door open. Like, that doesn't seem like an important thing. So maybe that's not what the power slots do? Is that a Tier 3 Seas accelerator we just picked up? Why am I getting Tier 3 stuff? Hold on. Does the elevator work? Am I powering the elevator? Okay, restore the power to use the elevator. That makes more sense. Oh hey, a remote thought. It turns out we need a lot of those. Actually, I'm not sure if we do need a lot of those anymore. Okay, where is the third bridge? It's right there. Well, it wasn't much of a puzzle. Look, see, I can learn. Hold on. Let's just have a quick look at this plane. Is there any reason to go up here or do anything? There is a second... I mean, of course there's a second floor. That's where the elevator goes. We know that. But no, it sort of looks like there is not a reason for me to be messing with this plane. We came up through the area below. Yeah, alright. I guess we just move on. Feels like Jessie should be able to press the elevator buttons with her mind from anywhere in the elevator. I shouldn't have to walk over there. Alright, let's find this slide projector we've heard so much about. Perfect. This is the perfect amount of damage. This guy's a big deal. He's got a nameplate. Just let my gun recharge a little bit. Okay, yeah. Launch is definitely the way to go against that guy. Don't you throw stuff at me. That's my thing. Okay. I'll just take all these if you don't mind. Oh, I guess we're not done. He's like, yeah, take that, man. You okay? How you feeling there, buddy? He looks, you know, basically fine. He also looks like he's about 7 feet tall. Maybe the hiss makes you taller. Airplane evaluation order. Yeah, tell me something about this airplane. The airplane in question has been brought in from a private airfield located in Cincinnati. It is suspected to be connected to the Sterling, maybe, AWE, and is being evaluated for altered status. The plane is currently being stored in the transit corridor in the containment sector, brought there through the New York subway tunnel, special access. For more information on tunnel ghosts and links to urban legends centered on ghost stations, abandoned tracks, etc., see some other file. The plane's black box is currently being evaluated for spooky things, and initial readings have been taken by a research team, though no altered status has yet been detected. I feel like it's not even useful. Oh, we should check this siege accelerator. For the loadout tab to ever have the red glowy thing on it, because it is always going to be glowing. You pick up new mods constantly. And they're almost all garbage. Let's just go ahead and burn these right now. And then that's 35. Okay, these are the same mod. Alright, so... there's nothing to do over here in this control center. I guess let's just keep moving. Weirdly empty little side area. Probably for taking cover, if you're the kind of coward who takes cover. Which I frequently am. Oh, did I see a guy? Yeah, there's totally a dude in there. Well, let's bring him a present. Did I... Ooh, I maybe should have been a little bit more careful. That console doesn't look so good. How did I miss that guy at that range? It's just very embarrassing. Well, hopefully we didn't need these controls for anything. Ordinary AWE Stage 1A, Dump Witness Ceremonies. First slide was a room with dirty wallpaper and dolls on a shelf. There were lots of dolls. So that's Dylan. The house was empty. No one lived there. We played in there a lot. It was our secret playhouse. So it's an interesting idea that it wasn't the first time they played with the slide projector and had, you know, an altered experience that the problem was caused. Like, they did this routinely for a while, and then some kind of stuff occurred. I went to school with Neil. Some kids called him Nosebleed Neil. Note, likely Neil Hosenberg, missing. It was mean. He had asthma. Tom, likely Tom Barlow, missing. And his gang, Freddy, Hugo, bullied him. That's weird. I think while they were writing this thing and including all the parenthetical comments, maybe they didn't realize they'd broke up the form of that sentence. Hugo, no one by this name was found in public records. I mean, it could just be a nickname, but that's definitely weird. We brought Neil to the dump to play. Your bullies brought you to the dump to play. Seems like a kid ought to get that that's something bad is going on there. But I could see being hopeful in that situation. Obviously, it didn't work out too well for him.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years shining a light in the shadows. Thanks for staying with us. Here's our first caller.
Hi. What I'm about to tell you, if they found out, I don't know what would happen.
If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, caller.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said, but that's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language, caller. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still a family show.
I'm sorry. It's just, my brother lived there. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Tell me, was the phrase, "there is no salvation," written anywhere?
I'm not sure.
The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Fort Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction, as predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Reagan.
Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now I warned you about the language, caller. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. And good timing, too. It's time for a short break. Hang in there. America Overnight will be right back.
Man, that show runs really short segments. Alright, who is making all this noise? I didn't want to stop the recording once we gotten it started, but like... is that sound coming from an enemy that's nearby? I guess if it is, it's something on the other side of this wall, right? It's like back there. So we're probably not going to be able to deal with it before looking at this projector thing that's set up. But that's annoying. It's a lot of noise coming in over the voice recordings. An ordinary summary. An AWE occurred in the town of Ordinary caused by an object of power discovered by local children at the dump outside of town. When a specific set of slides are used in the projector, the projected images open doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. On August 30th, 2002, siblings Dylan Faden and Jesse Faden were playing at the local dump when they found the thing. A team led by Director Trench and Dr. Darling arrived at the site on September 14th. The AWE had ended, they gave it quite a while, didn't they? But the team found the Faden children, who led them to the slide projector and the slides, which had been burned with the exception of one. Jesse escaped when agents attempted to detain the pair. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests. Boy, I hope we get to read some of the questioning. So Jessie seemed pretty adamant that she had never seen a slide projector like that before in the interview with the psychiatrist that we heard earlier. And it makes sense. She wouldn't have, right? She was born in the 90s. She and Dylan both born in the 90s. So I wonder what the origin of the slide projector is. Because it seems obvious that they didn't create it. I don't know, maybe I can't make that conclusion yet.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying.
Well, there certainly wasn't any new information in that, but I suppose something to think about. Ordinary AWE Stage 4. Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys to the cave. Is that the name of their gang? Really? There was a lot of them. More of the kids from town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector and we ran as fast as we could, and they chased us. I fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but the dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us. But then Neil showed up. Neil looked like a dog, like a melted dog, but I knew it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom just beat him up. I think he liked being a dog. Boy, that's interesting. The projector wouldn't turn off, so we changed the slide to the hand. I heard her immediately. She promised to help. Jessie said we should call her Polaris. It's because she was doing stars at school. Additional slide designation hand is verified and in Bureau possession. I wonder if the slide was destroyed, would Polaris stop existing? And if Polaris has been projecting like from here this whole time, that raises some serious question as to what exactly... we don't really know all that much, I guess, about Jessie's time between the incident and the beginning of the game. We know that she felt like she was on the run, she felt like she was being chased. Looks like we found the source of all of that noise. Okay, Stage 2. After what happened at school to Mrs. Chester, we started spying on Tom and saw where they took the projector. Tom and his troglodytes were using the Sled Hill Cave as their headquarters. That's where the projector was. They'd been using the Temple Slide. We called it that, but really it was a broken concrete thing, like a warehouse or a bomb shelter or something. Very dark. The Not Mother lived there with her. Or lived there with her babies, children, I don't know. She was feeding Tom and the others her milk. They were changing into little monsters. We called them dung monkeys. Oh, that certainly changes my understanding of that last file. Unconfirmed existence of slide, temple, and designation not mother. Boy, that's... We need to find the Part 3 file. There we go. That's exactly what I was hoping for. There we go. Okay, well that went down pretty easily. From all the noise they were making, I was expecting that to maybe be a little bit more difficult. So I am pretty curious about this. There's a painting down off the wall and backwards. Wonder if there's any significance to this. Can we see what it is? I mean, obviously I could like shoot it. I can't grab it with my psychic power. But if we do stuff near it, hold on. When you fly, sometimes you move objects that are around you. How about if I grab one of these boxes? Okay, mostly what I'm curious is whether it was a painting of a destroyed wall. But also, obviously, like, the paintings now have some thematic importance.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. See, tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
Mm-hmm. What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In Ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need it.
Well, I hope she's okay. Dylan has some, unresolved anger. These things happen. Yeah, I'm very intrigued by the nature of the event at Ordinary. We had not understood. Ooh, Stage 4B. We went in and met Polaris, like a star. She told us we were special. She made us special. It felt like being born, or reborn, the world fading in for the first time. Familiar, but somehow different. Polaris told us how to turn off the projector. The dung monkeys and the knot mother were coming straight at us. Dylan was crying. I turned it off and they were gone. It was over. I took all the slides and burned them. All of them except Hand. Okay, that's what happened to them, and that's why Hand is the one that survived. That makes sense. Stage 1B. The second slide we called the Meadow, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. It must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. I didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting, and then when we'd come out, everything had melted around the projector. Well, Neil was really into it. We found out he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector, and he and his goons took it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened. Okay, that's very interesting. I know that it was the cause of a great horror and everything, I kind of wish she hadn't burned all those slides, because I would like to get to experience those places.
Let's see what they have on Ordinary.
Oh, this seems like the kind of thing where I should maybe have my gun out.
It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Interesting how the house was visible even without the lights on. Like, at first I really thought it was a hiss manifestation. I mean, who knows? Maybe it is. Maybe that's where the hiss is from. Maybe Dylan, like, first got in contact with them in one of the other worlds created by the Projector, or... Huh. Well, you gotta assume that's the house. This is really cool. Is there anything for me to loot in this area? Listen, I'm taken in by the story, but it's still a video game. Stage 3. Tom and the others had gotten worse. Scarier. The math teacher, Mrs. Chester, tried to make them listen, and they pushed over a piano on her, broke her legs. Then Tom bashed her head in. Bye-bye, Miss Chester. I always liked her. I liked math. That was the tipping point. It was Lord of the Flies level bad. The grown-ups realized something was wrong. The police came and literally dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the Not Mother would make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Ordinary. Mom and Dad were pissed, asking us about the dump, about everything. I remember wanting them gone, like Tom had said. Then we woke up the next morning, pretty much all the adults had just vanished. Was I responsible? Did I don't know. Wow, that's a hell of a thing to have to carry. Disappearance of the majority of Ordinary's population confirmed to result from the slide projector-related AWE. I wonder what the mechanism is there, because it seems like what the slide projector was doing was taking them to other places. Why would it have given her the ability to just vanish all the adults? It has to be something else that happened, right? Maybe her desire for the adults to be gone, or Tom and Hugo's desire for the adults to be gone was heard by the Not Mother, and... yeah, no, we don't have enough information yet, I guess. Well, that must have been a hell of a thing, though. For, like, just the people in the town who are not aware of the weirdness going on with the projector. Yeah, did you hear some kids from the school fucking murdered the hell out of their math teacher in the middle of the school day? You would have to have some kind of reaction to that. New level of launch efficiency? Nope, worse. Which I guess means I can just delete it now. Yeah, we're going to be back up to 20,000 source in no time. So, like, this is the dump over here. And it looks like they're theorizing that it just grew out in concentric circles. Maybe the slide projector got more powerful as it was used more and started being able to affect things further and further away from it. Oh man, being able to actually, like, hurl pieces of the town at our enemies here. There's definitely something thematically rich going on in this moment. Man, this dude is tough. There's a lot of very heavy magical armor he's wearing. Maybe I should be trying to get some conversions. Let's shoot near this guy. Try not to... I'm going to try to get him low without killing him. Looks like one more grenade might do it. Okay, also good. I was trying to destroy it before that guy blew up on it.
In the dump outside town. Did
Well,
they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
So much for our happy little home.
They say when you visit your childhood home, everything feels small. Like a miniature, not real. They got that right.
Alright, Jesse, let's not have the work comment on it directly. You get a little bit on the nose here. That level of Oh, it's the wrong thing. The level of floaty ammo efficiency. Oh, that was a 1. I was like, that's a color I don't recognize. But that's why, because it was a tier 1. For some reason. Feels like those shouldn't really be dropping anymore, you know?
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What?
I don't know matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this... I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No! Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown? That you believe Polaris caused?
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse...
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly, but they took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jesse, you know he can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
I don't think we knew before. Maybe I'm mistaken here, but I don't think we knew before that Polaris had not been talking to Jesse the entire time. It sounded like those interviews, according to the transcripts, those interviews are taking place in 2010, right? So Polaris disappears for like 7 years or something, and then suddenly starts talking to Jesse again. Tells Jesse to be at this building at the time of the Hiss outbreak, which suggests that either Polaris can know the future or Polaris is somehow responsible. Or I guess with Polaris being in the building, maybe Polaris knew whatever Darling knew. Yeah, we need a lot more information, preferably in a real hurry here. Details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Faden and the obtained therapy sessions of Jesse Faden, as well as circumstantial evidence found at the Ordinary site. Note that accounts provided by all three sources contain conflicting data. Example, Dylan claims there were 8 slides for the projector, while Jesse says 9. The Bureau found 1 intact slides and the burnt remains of 6 others. Unfortunately, they are too badly damaged to be used in the projector. Jesse is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides. Dr. Darling has ordered that the entirety of the Ordinary Town dump be brought to the Bureau for examination and analysis, with the hopes of finding additional slides or other altered materials. So they found the slides and the projector at the dump, the kids did. Maybe there's another box of slides that hadn't been noticed or something. It seems like a pretty sensible move. Due to limited space in the investigation sector, this AWE will be investigated in containment. I mean, shouldn't they often be investigated in containment? That seems like a good security measure to me. Hey, you know what I haven't thought about in a while? Is the construction of mods. Should we be thinking about building some mods, maybe?
They moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
Yep, this is it. This is the thing that's unbelievable. And they used their magic subway tunnels, right? By order of Dr. Darling, all work in the ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Of course, this one is not dated. Resources will be allocated to a different department, details forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides, the type used in slide projectors, found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately. Like, for real, don't look at them. Just bring them to Darling. Well, let's not go down there just yet. I'm sure we will have no other choice soon enough. A supplement about that globe, which for some reason is in here. The item was found in the penthouse suite in Toronto belonging to David Wolfe, who was being investigated for illegally dealing in altered materials. Bureau agents raided his penthouse and found numerous paranatural belongings. That's interesting. Mr. Wolfe was arrested. Article from the Toronto Daily. So why would a 36-year-old Bay Street investment trader, filthy rich, married to a model, disappear overnight? That's the question that's kept Toronto high society up at night this past week. Police say it's being looked into. Some nutjob radio show in the States claims he's disappeared to join the Illuminati, but it's this reporter's opinion that Mr. Wolfe, bored of his job, sick of his family, left it all behind to retire in some remote beach paradise. Now he's sipping Mai Tais while the world thinks he's dead. So... okay. Have we heard that guy or Toronto mentioned in any other files? I don't think so. It's not ringing a bell, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. My memory is not necessarily good enough to say one way or the other. Alright, where's the... I guess we can just blow some stuff up until I... there it is. Get up. There we go. It takes a long time to pick up some objects. You know what? I'll just grab this thing. Alright, just as good. I was hoping we might be able to get a double there with those two things, like, in a straight line. But unfortunately, the projectiles often bounce when you hurl them at people. You just completely lose sight of me there? Let's try to soften this guy up. Okay. Bit of a premature dodge. Stupid orb. There we go. With the orb down, we can solve this the old-fashioned way. Wait, is this the old-fashioned way? Mind control? My time in this place has really robbed me of my sense of what is normal. Ah! I was trying to get it low enough to take it over. Alright. I'm not sure if the explosive thing is actually going to be able to float up to this dude. It seems like they can't fly, so maybe I made a tactical error there. That should give us him. Wait, I thought I lost one of my seizes. Maybe not. Oh no, there he goes. boy, this guy just has a ton of health. Alright, and while he's staggering from me shooting him, it seems like it's pretty easy for our flying seized guy to actually hit him with psychic projectiles. Yes, thank you, Jesse. I know we should check the lab. She has no faith in me. You know what we should do before we check the lab is loot all of these boxes. What could possibly be more important than this? And, I mean, I'm going to open this up while I'm over here. May as well. So... yeah, this is that same turntable room, right? This is the Sterling... the door that says Sterling above it. Oh, no, sorry, this is the one that's across from the Sterling door. I kind of forgot that we had seen a door that said ordinary dump site. Now, let's just make sure we got everything. Okay, the only area left to check is down under there. Once you get the hang of moving Jesse around with all the powers, it's actually pretty fun. The movement feels good. It's nice and fast. You do occasionally fly at times when you don't mean to fly. This is it's just a coincidence that this is the same kind of refrigerator, right? I mean, I guess we saw a bunch of refrigerators in the mold area. They're not all the dangerous one. Nothing over here. Alright. What have we in here? Terrible weapon mods.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
I wonder if that's what's through that big red door that we couldn't go through before. And we just got ourselves a hotline call. See, sometimes you get stuff and it doesn't indicate over the menu tab that there are new things. What was the thing that we just got? It's definitely not one of these. Is this the new one? Feels like we were not supposed to get that yet, because we have not yet heard that there was something wrong with the board or that there was a rebel faction. Also, God, I hate the fact that the phrase fake news has actually, like, proliferated into common discourse. One of our greatest failings as a society, I think, is that we just can't seem to help ourselves but amplify the worst garbage into everyone's ears all the time. Alright, well, I guess just back out the way we came, right? Where is there a control point around here? Okay, there's one right this way. That's right, there is one right outside there. Alright, well, first of all, ability points. What do we want to do with these? We've maxed out our health. We don't really need more melee damage. We can take more launch damage. Launch is always fun. More levitation time doesn't feel necessary. We're not running into any issues with that. This is shield strength, also not really necessary. I guess more energy is good. I do love launching stuff at people. It's already doing so much damage, though. I guess let's grab more energy. More energy is a nice, broadly useful thing. How much would it be to upgrade this? We'll take this one too. A 75% launch damage. Okay, so the research sector. But first, I want to go up to executive because I want to look at our new outfit. We earned a thing there. So the mirror thing was very out of the way. It's entirely possible that you would miss this outfit. The one that we earned here was directly in the path and had a great big collect me sign over it, so this is one they absolutely intend for you to get. My guess is it's not going to be all that cool because of it. Yeah, I'm going to stick with the async suit, thanks. I sort of want to go down to the last place for Arisha's thing, just to see if the spawn actually works now, but I guess we can worry about that later. Alright, so we need to go to research. Oh! The ashtray maze is our current objective. Well, that's interesting. I guess that answers some questions we had about that. We went into the luck and probability area, right? Hold on, did we? I thought I remembered it having been closed to us, like we couldn't get in for some reason. But we should have. It seems like we have all of our traversal powers and everything. Let's go take a quick look. I know I'm getting distracted from the main objective. But that happens. I get distracted. So it's just straight this way, right? I mean, we must have had access to this. Alright, up and to the right is luck and probability. Oh yeah, no, we were totally in here. All of these things. Why are these in the luck and probability area anyway? Because there's a bunch of them. I couldn't really examine a lot of this stuff up close though, because Marshall's people were in here. And we never did get to go into that room. Huh. So when it's down, it directs the... I'm assuming the color green here is denoting good. When it's down, it directs luck outward. When it's in, it collects your luck. So we want it to be down. Maybe. Or maybe the green stuff is bad. Who knows? I mean, starting that going is not going to accomplish anything. I have to wonder if there's some kind of synchronicity thing going on with those. Okay, here's the 4-leaf clover, right? We take the 4-leaf clover. I mean, listen, you can never have enough luck. That's the biggest mouth Billy Bass, I guess. And then also there's this thing. Wait. Is that... Okay, that is a door that we have not opened. Okay, so we can go in this room. Why does this area have so many things you can touch? Lucky item manifest. A bronze koi fish from China, which attracts abundance and wealth, feng shui. A horseshoe from Ireland, which wards off evil. Orientation important. Heals up allows luck to be kept. Heals down, luck flows outward. I guess it's not 100% clear to me if it means luck to be kept by the horseshoe or luck to be kept by the person who controls the horseshoe. Neki Nico, Japan. Nico, I guess. From Japan, that's the cat with the arm that moves. Beckoning cat used in shops. Paw held up to beckon customers, creating luck for the business owner. 4-leaf clover. Shamrock, rare plant variation. Connection to druidic healing rituals. An elephant from China. Protection, good luck, wisdom, feng shui. Probably there's just a notation on each thing that is supposed to interact with Feng Shui, because you probably have to, working at the Federal Bureau of Control, you have to take that seriously. An awful lot of people believe in Feng Shui, although they don't all believe in the same thing that they're calling by that name. Light bulb, various. Documented gambling rituals indicate luck is produced when all lights in the room are turned on. Really? I've never heard that before. Effects of items to be tested. Consider investigating the orientation of the horseshoe. Also, consider positioning of Feng Shui objects. Proximity of luck items may influence luck readings. For more information on ritual use, lucky actions to perform and avoid, and relevance to OCD behavior. Yeah, there's an awful lot of, like, gambling movies and stories that involve someone being OCD, right? Or having OCD, I guess. Okay, so Clover, that's a good one. We know that. You definitely want to have a light. You want a fish to be less than 2 feet away. And then if... what is being communicated here? If your position is down on the floor, that's bad. But if you're flying above the table, it's good? Huh. It's not conveying orientation because they're both on the same side of the table. I'm assuming what's being conveyed here is this one is on the floor, this one is not on the floor. This is just another light we can touch. Am I supposed to be trying to win at roulette? I can't imagine the stakes are very high. Or maybe they're higher than they've ever been. Can I... it looks like I can't move the chips or anything. Okay, well, you bet on lucky number 7. Oh, I moved the shamrock in here. Okay, I mean, let's make the room as lucky as possible and see what happens. Hold on, we should run a control experiment. This is off. No shamrock. This is my shamrock. You can't have it. Okay. Spin the thing and see if the table explodes. I'll run over here and wait. Nope, that doesn't help. It wouldn't let me zoom in on the wheel. Oops, that was an error. My bad, sorry. 1. We rolled a 1. Yeah, it doesn't let you zoom in on the... Huh. That's weird. So it's green. The green's 00, right? I'm going to be honest with you, don't know a ton about roulette. So maybe this table is like notoriously unlucky, and when it fails... Oh, there's a... I don't have to try to read the wheel. They set up the monitor for this. Oh. Stuff's happening in there. Okay. We should stop rolling zeros. Alright. So, horseshoe up is good. Either we're lucky now, or the horseshoe is collecting and keeping our luck away from us. That it would be good if that fish was closer. Can we grab the fish? I mean, I can certainly do this thing. Come with me, fish. Alright, we want fish to be less than 2 feet from the table? I mean, I could just put it right on the table, hell. Okay, put it right there, and then... Ah! Okay, we turn on all the lights. Electric lights are good luck. Oh wait, that one was already on. Okay, is that all of them? I think that's all of them. What is this? Oh no, that's... okay. That's the control for that light right there. I thought it was the ashtray. That one's on already. Can we turn on this projector? That's got a light in it. No? Oh, right. Put the shamrock down. Okay, what else? Cat and elephant are question marks. We don't know how they affect the luck. Okay, well, the cat's arm is going. So that's probably good. It's beckoning, right? It's beckoning the luck inward. What do we do with this elephant? We're tapping it in the side now. Okay, we are knocking on the elephant for good luck. Let's try another spin. This time, not a 0. Oops. Well, it's probably fine. Look at that. We got an outfit. Huh. Why is this interaction spot even here? I guess just to like make it super clear to you that the chips are on 7. But you would get the reward when it hits 7 no matter what. Like, you knowing this doesn't do anything. Huh. I don't know. That's weird. Can I fill in the missing data on the board here? Okay, that one is also not super useful. Huh. This game's got some weird stuff in it. Some like... Yeah, just in terms of a thing in a video game, that's kind of strange, right? Was that always bright yellow? Well, we're gonna go back to Central Executive and look at our new clothes, obviously. Which the past indicates we can do even while these guys are shooting at us. Look at that, we're earning outfits left and right all of a sudden. I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's super likely that we're going to run around in a golden suit. It probably is not actually going to look very good, but I want to see it at least. Oh, and I guess we got ability points. 2 ability points is not enough to buy anything useful. We could get melee damage. Yeah, I think we'll just hold off. What does it cost to get this? That is also 3. Alright. Outfits. Huh. This feels like a reference. I don't know what this would be a reference to, but it's kind of a weird thing, and there's definitely a symbol on the lapel there. I guess let me know in the comments if you know what that is, but yeah, we're definitely not switching to it. Alright, back on mission. What the hell was I doing? I was going to research. There's a thing to do. So hold on, we're gonna go to Central Research because I want to look at that hallway that we couldn't go into. I also want to take a note. This time, we are finally going to learn where is this control point in Central Research. When the Pierce weapon is fully charged, it will auto-fire after a delay. Master the timing to get the most out of this powerful weapon. Powerful should be in quotation marks. Okay, it's right by the luck and probability door. It is in that corner. I mean, I guess I knew it was in that corner because you can just see that by looking at the map. Okay, so where is that? Did that hallway become something I could go through? Maybe it's not even an issue anymore? I'm trying to remember where we saw it. It was right when we came in. Where did we originally enter this room from? I mean, I don't see a terrifying red light pouring into the area. There's some enemies up there, but that's all. Yeah, I must just not be remembering that we cleansed it and were able to go inside. Okay, well I guess let's dispatch the enemies here real quickly, because it's fun. Good news, you survived, and now you get to play on the winning team. And I'm trying to... Okay, there we go. Sometimes it's real touchy, she keeps dropping it. I'm assuming like I'm losing line of sight to them or something. Oh, interesting, there's a hiss barrier over Darling's lab. That definitely wasn't there before. Catch! And there you go, that's that good action hero dialogue. Something you could hear Arnold saying right before he kills a guy by psychically throwing a dead body at him. Alright, who else is left? Who dares? That attack's pretty fun to use. And effective, too. Difficult to argue with the efficacy on that one. Hold on. We're gonna swing by Dr. Darling's office real quick. Oh, no, this is the door to Dimensional Research, which we've totally been in before. Is there a control point in there? No. I guess this is as good a place as any to stop. I know. It's finally time to solve the mystery of the ashtray maze. Maybe. But unfortunately, this is where I'm going to have to leave you for this episode. That is going to be it for us for now. But of course, come back next time, very soon, and we will finally figure out what it was that we couldn't figure out before. We'll see you then.